Welcome to the China Sourcing Academy course, where we dissect the biggest issues facing buyers sourcing direct from China, with tips to save you time, money, and fast-tracking your business. With your hosts, Mike Bellamy and Neil O'Connor.
We're going through some more booths now, and we've come across another patented charger. Actually, it's the third booth that has it, but it's supposed to be patented. So in other words, it should only be one booth that really has it, but we've seen it 3 times now.
Yeah, and here it is.
Here it is.
Coming up.
It's coming up. Oh, there it is. The mini jump starter, patented. Hello. Yeah, cool. We've seen this before.
Cool.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so I've been asked by one of my friends who created a product to go to this booth and find out because they're violating their product.
Oh.
So I'm going to go in here and get the booth number.
Okay.
And we're going to go over there.
Let's go and check it out.
Yeah, you were talking about looking at some of the booths, and you did an analysis, and a lot of people talk about
manufacturers. Yes.
Talk about 3,000 milliamp hours, 4,000 milliamp hours for a battery.
Yes.
And sometimes people obviously how long does it work?
Yes.
And long time ago, about 2 years ago, I did a study of a lot of the tablet manufacturers. And for schools, I needed something that was 10 or 12 hours.
Yes, remember that.
To compete with Apple, to compete with Nexus.
Yes.
So I went around to all the manufacturers, and some samples that we bought, they said it'll work for 8 hours or 5 hours. Well, the manufacturers that say it depends on your use, that's good, because that means that they understand battery. But a 3,000 milliamp hour battery is not the same for a 3,000 milliamp hour battery for another manufacturer based on 2 things. Each product has current consumption, but most of the manufacturers here that use batteries don't know how to make batteries. So you need to go one step further and ask the manufacturer, are the cells balanced? Or who is making the cells for you?
So because if it's a Japanese cell or a Chinese cell.
A Japanese cell will give you better capacity and better duration than a Chinese one. And at the same time, even if I have Japanese cells, they need to be balanced, because to make 7.6 volts, I have multiple cells. So sometimes you're thinking of a tablet, but you also have to know how a battery is made. So you get the better quality and longer power for that same battery cell.
Most of these batteries, you're going to recharge about 800 times or 1,000 times, right?
Correct.
And then
it's time to get a new one. And the ones that aren't balanced, you're going to be changing within maybe 300 or 400 charges. Or find their curve for power drops off very quickly. And that's where Apple doesn't have that issue, Nexus doesn't have that issue.
Because they have that high-end batteries.
They have the high-end battery, and they have the knowledge to manufacture it. Here, the tablet manufacturers that are out there, they don't know, because tablets are new to the market here. So the buyer isn't aware. So if it doesn't work, plug in power, So our market is a little more sophisticated. So that's why, it's a growing process for everyone.
You just want to be able to put it down and pick it up and not worry about is it charged or not. Interesting. So there you go. They're very interesting comments on about understanding the battery and what's relevant in terms of hours and things like that for use of your consumer electronics. Oh, the other thing too, when I was going through this factory that made the smartwatches, and then I said, oh, so how long does the smartwatch last for? And they said, oh, over a week. And I think, wow, you must have a huge battery inside, because my Fitbit will only last 4-5 days maximum. They said, oh, come here, I'll show you the battery. 350 milliamp hours which is pretty large for a smartwatch.
Yes, it is.
So my Fitbit doesn't have that larger size.
Exactly.
So at least you understand why, by visiting the factory, you can actually see inside the product that you're making. To understand what's going on.
Well, I did a study just last week of a Japanese company that they own a battery manufacturer here in China, where when opening up the batteries, not one battery was made the same. So their factory in China was using different labor and maybe a different factory building the batteries. And as a result, those batteries failed in the tests that I did.
Wow.
And the OEM that owns this battery manufacturer aren't experts in batteries.
That's the two-way radio or the tablet?
Two-way radio.
Okay. You didn't put that in between two pillows for 10 hours, did you, like the tablet? I remember you did the Rambo.
That's right.
The Rambo test.
That's
yes,
right.
Yes.
So here it's interesting where even a very sophisticated end user has trusted for years a factory that wasn't doing their batteries correctly.
Right.
Very interesting. So all I was saying there is that you really have to know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
Thank you.